You are enough. That is a message that I had to hear from myself recently. So, let me give you a little bit of a background. I work as a coach, I work usually with moms, and I decided that 2023 would be the year I really level up on my skills, my coaching skills. This is how I found my way to NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and I decided to become certified as a master trainer. So, what happened there is that a couple weeks ago, or actually a month ago, I was walked through a process which is called timeline therapy. It sounds very scary. It's not comparable to regular therapy. I lay down on the bench and talk about everything that happens, kind of thing. Um, it's much more impactful. It's taking a shorter period of time. And it really made a change for me. I felt like a different person afterwards, and I felt like I'm ready to go to conquer the world. Well, then reality set in, and the hype from the event kind of lingered down, and it was time to go to the next level training. And as part of the training, to clarify, I am trained on how to do the process for other people, and I'm actually helping another person through it, and another person helps through me, so that I also get to experience the process from both sides, the coach and the coachee. So now it was time to go to the next level and go to the next training. And this time we did the same process, just to connect it to other exercises as a very intense breakthrough formula, and focused on one specific value. So it was focused on one specific area of my life. For me, it was career, because that's the area I recognize that I'm stuck at in several in points. So I was like, hey, let's work through this. Let's make this bulletproof so that I'm ready to go. It was a very interesting process, because some things came up that I didn't realize that they had such a big impact on me in my life. I also recognized that there are some beliefs that are really stuck with me, and I'm having a hard time letting go, and it really took a lot of work, and I'm really appreciative for the coach I had. She did an amazing job to walk me through it, because sometimes it's not that easy to let go, because there's so many things that pile up and that are stuck with us, and this is a program that runs in the background. And the truth is that 90% of our thoughts are actually repetitive thoughts. It's the same thing that we thought about yesterday and the day before, and so on. And that's why it's so important to look at what is actually our beliefs. What is it that we are absolutely certain about that this is true? Because this is what defines how we act, what we do, how we behave, what we feel. And it comes down to a decision that we took sometime in our life, because the truth is we cannot have a belief without deciding that it's true. And sometimes these things happen when we are way too young to remember, or sometimes it happens without us realizing that we connected that much of emotion to that event. And that is what happened to me. There's some things that happened in my life that I was like, oh yeah, sure, that happened. And I was like, thinking I was good about it. And now it turns out, no, that's when I personally decided for me that I'm not good enough. And that's the narrative that I ran with through my whole life. And then I'm sitting here in different areas of my life, and I can really see now how this held me back, how this prevented me from showing up as the person that I wanted to show up as. And what I also recognize is that it's a very powerful technique, and it requires work after. It requires to sit, it requires to do the work, it requires to actually put everything in place that you commit to. Because just by deciding I'm a completely different person and I'm good now and I'm not changing anything else than that belief, nothing will change. Because there needs to be action, it needs to be followed with. And I recognized that I need help with this. So I actually signed up with a performance coach for myself to work in the area of my business to really break through. And I feel like the event helped me break through, and now it's about continuously breaking through and really doing the work. And that's something that is I keep telling my clients all the time, and now I had to tell it myself too. I cannot do it on my own because there's so many things that we tell ourselves without we realizing that we tell ourselves. So in my case, it could be something like, I don't procrastinate, I just take my time. Okay. Or, oh yeah, I really want to get it right. I really want to get it right. That's why I don't do it right now. There's a perfectionist, and while on a conscious level, I know that the perfectionist is what kept me from doing the work. It still shows up, and that's why I decided that I need a coach myself. And while I use other coaching programs to help me, this is really one-on-one, because the truth is there's nothing better than having someone that is absolutely there for you and concentrates 100% on you. And that is exactly what I offer my clients as well. My clients are typically moms that feel stuck, overwhelmed, struggle with their identity. That's been a huge thing when I became a mom. There were so many emotions that came up for me. I felt like I was not good enough. Here it is again, right? Because I felt like I was failing as a mom, as a provider, as a wife, in every area of my life. It was really a tough time because it was supposed to be the time I was the happiest because finally my dream came true of becoming a mom. And at the same time, I did not feel good about it. Um, Also feeling overwhelmed and really not knowing who you are anymore because suddenly there's like all these emotions going through you, and you act differently, you feel differently, you look differently. It's just like the whole package changes, and you're still supposed to perform and show up for everyone else, and it's just hard to do. And I had to do it the hard way. I had to find my own way. I struggled for a long time until I hit rock bottom and actually recognized that I needed help. And I don't want anyone else to have to go through this. I want to help other people. And that's exactly what I do with my coaching business. I help other moms finding an easier way, finding through their emotions, helping them kind of like spotlight the areas that they don't see, because like it happened to me, when we look at our life ourselves, it's easy to cover up. It's easy to negate what's actually going on. And that's exactly what a coach will do. A coach will look at you and with love point out what's going wrong and what needs to be changed and where you're stuck at. And I've already helped several clients with NLP and timeline therapy. I've seen the impact and I've seen the transformation, and I'm so happy and grateful that this is actually a technique that I can add now to my repertoire on how to help my clients. Now, I get it. It's If I just sit here, this is maybe the first time you hear from me. You're like, but how do I know that I actually want to work with you? And that's why I offer my clients 5 free sessions. These 5 free sessions are 5 consecutive days that we just get together and work on the things you want to work on. We to realize where you're at, where do you want to go, where are you stuck, and really define and look at the first limiting beliefs, the things that are in the way. And that is actually what I want to offer right now. If you feel like, hey, this totally sounds like something I could benefit from, I would love to have someone in my corner that supports me no matter what and helps me to work through the things that have kept me stuck for so long. Please reach out. Please reach out. Let's have a chat and get together and see if I can help you, because I would love to do that, because the truth is you are enough, and deep down you probably know. It's just covered up with all these layers, with all the nonsense that consciously and unconsciously were told to you by yourself and other people in your life. And it's time to take these layers off, because I truly believe that it's all within us and we just need to bring it out. I hope you have an amazing day and talk to you soon.